Well, hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Happy New Year. I'm so glad that we are through with 2022, y'all. I can't tell you. I am pulling out my little notebook that I'm going to be working in. It's just a little spiral bound notebook. But I started writing down some things that I want to change about me and my life um, towards the end of December, and I wanted to share with you what I am planning for this channel and for myself personally. This is going to be a personal journey, and you're going to see parts of it throughout the year. And today I am preparing to purpose 2023 into a year of changes. I have lost weight, and I went today and I bought me 3 blouses that were a size smaller than I've been wearing, because I've noticed in my videos that some of my t-shirts and stuff are just hanging. As you can see, there's the shoulder on here and my shoulder's up here. So I've lost a little bit of weight, and I want to be able to present myself better in the future. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing is dressing myself the way that I want to present myself to other people. Now, I enjoy wearing t-shirts and stuff like this, and I will wear this around the house most of the time. And sometimes I wear them out in public. I don't like to do that, but that's just a part of who I am. My mother instilled in me as a child that whenever we went out into public, we should always present the best face we possibly can. And so that is part of that issue that I carry, in the back of my mind. And I talked about this a little bit a few days ago about the clutter in the mind and wanting to clear my mind up. So that is part of it. So I want to continue the weight loss. That's one of my issues, and I want to rid myself of clutter of the mind, for peace within my self. I want to include the clutter around me, including past hurts. Now, we all carry past hurts, and that's something that I have to deal with. I have a lot of memories that are not healthy for me that I need to suppress. Not necessarily get rid of, but I need to be able to suppress them so that when they do pop up, I can handle them better. So I need to address them to myself, and then I need to be able to address them when they pop up in my memory. Past friendships that have been toxic. I have lifelong friends, and I have new friends, and I have friendships that have soured, and I need to address that within myself, not necessarily the person, but within myself, so that I can carry on. And that was something that I wanted to address within me. And the last part of the clutter would be any clutter that is in my household. This year will be a year of firsts. We will be putting God first. So everything that I do going forward, and even in the past, has been God first. Our marriage is God-centered, and I want to work on my family relationships and rebuild some relationships that have become broken because of all the chaotic nonsense going on in the world and the politics and everything that has interfered in our family unit. So I want to be able to address that within myself and try to mend some bridges with family members if I can. I want all of this to ultimately go and flow over into my children and into my grandchildren. And of course, y'all are going along for the ride with me, because I will be talking about toxic mindsets and generalized anxieties and things like that going forward. Um, but I want to strengthen my marriage, and in doing all of these things, I think it will strengthen our marriage. And I'm looking for permanent changes within myself, physically and mentally and emotionally. I'm reading a book. It's an old book. It's called A Woman in Her Home by Ella Mae Miller. And I'm going to quote something from that book. I've got it written down here. It says, God created woman as the mother of mankind. She has been given a sacred privilege and responsibility. And then I noted God first, then wife first, mother second, and job holder third. So, um, this is going to be some goals. I'm not calling this a resolution because resolutions are easily broken. But goals can be obtained if we take them in small bites and work towards our goals. So that's my idea for this year is I'm going to be working towards goals for myself personally, and a lot of that is going to flow over into my YouTube channel because I am a person that is just putting myself out there. This is real life, and I want to be able to get back into the swing of things in 2023. One of my issues that I noticed last year, because everything was thrown off when I got sick in late January of last year, and everything for our year, all our plans and everything was thrown off. So to start out this year, um, I'm going to be doing my housework and things that I have to do to sustain our household. That's going to remain a focus in my videos. But one of the points in A Woman and Her Home was self-discipline. And I have begun to procrastinate, and I noticed that all year long I procrastinated about a lot of things. A lot of projects did not get finished. Things that I wanted to have done, I didn't get done because I had other priorities that had to take the first place in what I needed to get done. So everything got pushed back. So this year I'm going to be playing catch up. I'm going to try to finish off some projects that I started and I did not complete. And that will be documented throughout this year. I hope to get through some things. So it means time organization. And one of the self-disciplines that I need to be is slow to anger. I have a tendency to just get angry. And I noticed that more last year than I've ever been before. And I didn't like what I was seeing within myself because I'm usually a very self-controlled person. So this is something that I want to address within myself. And I'm putting this out there for y'all to understand that I am not a perfect person. I have a lot of faults and issues, just like everybody else. And I want to be the person that God created me to be. Uh, I've got many friends across many states, some whom I have never ever met, and then others that are very near and dear to my heart because I have known them personally. And so I want to be able to be more prayerful of my friends. Um, I want to be able to pray for my friends in a more specific manner than I have in the past. So in doing that, I'm putting God first because I'm allowing Him to take control of situations that are going on in my friends' lives that I have no control over and they have no control over. So that is part of releasing. And being purposeful means doing the jobs around my house when I really don't feel like doing them. It means getting busy, and it means reclaiming my life. Um, One thing that this book is helping me with is understanding um, that we have things that we can always improve upon. So this is the issue that I'm dealing with here. One of the chapters that I've already read in that book had to do with finances, and thank God we don't have a major issue with finances. Finances. I'm not a slave to money. Um, I have learned to be content where I'm at, whatever position in life I'm in, and be content in that. And I've learned that um, buying in thrift stores or buying items at yard sales is actually very frugal. And I have been doing that for many, many years. This is not nothing new to me. I am extremely frugal when it comes to spending. Um, I do not go into a store with the eye candy and just automatically want something. I think about it. Um, in the past, I have done that a few times in the past, and I have paid the price when I did it. So I want to be very frugal and really invest in um, money saving projects. I'm sorry, I thought someone was knocking at my door. My dogs were barking, so I had to go check. But anyway, um, we're fixing to get a storm here, and I'm not going to keep y'all very long, but I want y'all to understand that um, when the new year rolls around for me, it's always been an inward reflection. I want to know things that I can improve on in any year, and I try to do that. And I also, we usually start planting gardens and all kinds of things. And y'all, we are so far behind on a lot of the things that we wanted to get done last year that it's probably going to take me 2 or 3 years to catch up on those, just that list of things that we were trying to do that didn't get done. Um, I want to stay as healthy as I possibly can. I have autoimmune diseases, and they're not always noticeable. Um, they're called invisible. So I want to be able to improve my health and to look into natural alternatives because I'll be honest with you, I am not trusting the medical profession too much these days. And I also want to um, be more active in my church. I haven't been able to get to a lot of the ladies' function activities within our church, um, mainly because of transportation issues. We only have the one vehicle here. So one of my prayers is that we are able to get a good running vehicle. Our truck is on its last leg. It's got 387,000 miles on it. We're just shy of 400,000 miles. It has been in and out of the shop for most of last year. And if it had not been for friends that loaned us a vehicle, we would have been without a vehicle for much of that time. So um, that's what I'm talking about, being very much prayerful for our friends because those friends were kind enough to us to loan us a vehicle. And I'm looking at my notes from yesterday. I am itching to get started on the cleaning. I know that sounds strange, but um, we have been in this house for 9 years, going on 10 years, and we've had some kind of construction project or minor projects going on the entire time we've been in this house. My house is disheveled because of all these construction things here, there, and everywhere. We have an incomplete master bathroom. We have an incomplete kitchen. We have an incomplete back porch. We have uh, a guest bathroom that needs to be completely redone. We have a flooring issue in our living room, dining room area, or I should say a dining room kitchen area that has to be addressed. We have roofing that needs to be replaced at some point, and these are things that are ongoing. We need a new front door on our mobile home. Um, we need so many things to do. We have so many things on our list of to-do list, and I want this year, the procrastination to go away, and that we, as a husband and wife, focus on everything that needs to get done around here so that we can live comfortably and without all the clutter. Because when you live in clutter, everything else seems to become cluttered. And that's what I mean about my mind is cluttered. And there's things that I need to change that have become cluttered about me. And then there's the clutter in my home and in my life. So I want all these things to go away, and the only way that I know to do that is to work at it little by little until I complete it. And you'll hear me breathing sighs of relief when things get done. So this is something that I'm thinking about. And then I've got my ongoing pantry, my canning pantry, that is a year-round project. It never ends, y'all. When you decide to preserve food for yourself, it never ends. You have to keep doing it. And I have to go in there and I have to take inventory and I have to sort through things. And we recently went in there and put up a new canning shelf, and we've got two more canning shelves that's got to go in that room that we haven't put in there yet because we have to clean out the room in order to put it in there. And it's just an ongoing cycle of events that this is what I'm talking about. We have pushed it back and procrastinated about. Um, and it seems like there's never enough hours in the days, and we actually need an extra day in the week. And you know, we're we're in our senior years. Well, I'm in my senior years. My husband's still got a ways to go, but uh, just to get through this, and get this house organized and workable again. That's going to be one of my biggest goals for this year, as I'm also working on me and relationships and so forth. So going back to the beginning, um, we're going to purpose 2023 as a year of changes. What are your plans for 2023? Have you thought about anything that you want to get done? Um, Make you a list or do like I'm doing, and I'm writing a journal. I mean, I've already written several pages in my journal already. Um, write your journal of what you're doing, progressing each day, so that you can go back and say, oh, okay, it was on this day that I was able to complete something that I had on my to-do list. And you'll actually see that in coming months. And it is pouring down rain at this point. I know it looks kind of bright sunlight, but it's the light from my uh, camera stand that I've got going here that's shining on my window, making it look so bright outside. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Um, I don't do very much heart to heart talks with y'all. I'm usually busy with a project when I'm on here, but I wanted to sit down today and just really share my heart about the things that I want to get done. Um, one of the changes I'm going to be doing is minimizing or becoming a minimalist. I can't even say it, y'all. Minimalist. There we go. On some things, not everything, but on some things. We have already um, done that in our living area because we used to have a big long couch here, and that went to my daughter, and we had um, we had to get rid of one of the recliners because of the bed bug issue, which I will share with y'all how we managed to get rid of those things. And I thank God that we got rid of them as quick as we did. But we are still being very vigilant and spraying and doing things with that to keep that from coming back. And um, taking care of the fur babies and all the yard birds and everything that goes on a homestead. Y'all will see us doing a whole lot more, hopefully this year. I'm not going to say we will because things, you know, things happen and your plans change. But I'm going to say we're going to try to show you more of the things that we do around this homestead this year to motivate you, maybe, but especially to keep me on track. I'm going to use this YouTube channel to kind of keep me on track of things that I need to get done in my life and for my well-being. And the changes are going to start by keeping God first and putting my family, my husband, um, my husband first, my family second, and my work with YouTube and my everything else is going to fall in behind that. Um, but also putting myself first as a wife, putting myself second as a mother, and putting myself third as a job holder. All of that behind God. And y'all, really and truly, if it had not been for God in 2022, I probably wouldn't be here in 2023. So that is a blessing in itself. Y'all, thank you again for watching. I know I'm rambling on at this point, but I wanted to put that out there and tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you. I truly love you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet and everything in between. But there's one that loves you more, and that is Jesus Christ. Be blessed, everyone.